The latest state data shows, on average, 12 people died every week in Maine from drug overdoses, and that's only through August of this year. Of the nearly 7,000 times someone overdosed in the state so far this year, more than 400 people died. And of those, 48 people who died were unhoused. Good evening and thanks for joining us on News Center Maine at 5:30. I'm Chris Costa.
And I'm Zach Blanchard. So how do these deadly drugs make it into the hands of Maine's most vulnerable? News Center Maine's Sam Olson checked into this and joins us now with some answers. Sam.
Zach and Chris, unhoused people are at a higher risk of dying from an overdose. An outreach worker I spoke with says nearly 90% of Portland's unhoused people are suffering from a substance use disorder. The Maine Drug Enforcement Agency tells me the majority of drugs, like heroin and fentanyl, come to our state from drug trafficking organizations. Those traffickers then seek out customers, particularly people already dealing with addiction.
There's no shortage of demand in this city or anywhere else.
A demand for drugs, Maine DEA Commander Scott Pelletier says, is only getting worse. He says criminals streamline drugs into the Northeast from the southern border. First to New York City and Hartford, Connecticut, then to Massachusetts cities like Boston, Lawrence, and Lowell.
It's always a cat and mouse game about how, trying to catch people with the loads coming in and out.
He says mid to high level drug dealers either drive to Massachusetts to buy the drugs or use the train or bus systems, even the mail service, to transport them here.
These DTOs are going to continue to do whatever it takes in any manner or method to get the drugs here. You're only limited by your imagination on how they get it here.
Maine is the final destination where there is a customer base and money.
These dealers are not users. They are taking advantage of those who are experiencing substance abuse disorders here and using that to their benefit to make money.
Targeting people in one of the state's most vulnerable populations, those experiencing homelessness.
In the conditions that they're living in currently, there really isn't any hope.
Which is a feeling Courtney Bass knows all too well. She's an outreach worker at Milestone Recovery. Before that, she battled homelessness and substance use disorder.
They're basically feeling like it really doesn't matter if I wake up the next day.
She estimates about 85% of Portland's unhoused people living in these encampments have substance use disorder. And outreach teams say the majority of these unhoused people are also dealing with untreated mental health issues on top of their drug use, a phenomenon the DEA also understands.
The majority of the people that are there are not kingpins, if you will, or major distributors. Are they distributing? Absolutely. Within their group they are.
But Pelletier says the DEA's goal is not to target the day-to-day user or seller, whether they're housed or not.
Many of them are doing it out of survival and not a profit. They're selling or trading so they can buy more to basically feed their own habit.
He says his target is the mid to high level drug traffickers, commonly from out of state. He says they come here to prey on people and take advantage of their addiction.
If someone's here living in your apartment, giving you drugs to bring them customers, you're going to bring them customers.
Portland Police Chief Mark DuBois says he thinks substance abuse disorder is the major fuel that keeps unhoused people trapped in this cycle.
It's a combination of some limited housing, but there's also a huge impact of drug use, and that's fueling a lot of this.
Which is why police and the DEA are trying to cut off the drug supply.
At the end of the day, when is enough is enough? We seem to be doing this over and over again, the big vicious circle.
In the park and ride encampment on Marginal Way specifically, police have seen an increase in criminal activity. The Portland Police Chief confirmed last week they increased their patrols at the encampment, targeting drug deals and human trafficking. A Portland City spokesperson said the park and ride encampment will be designated as an emphasis area next month. Chris, Zach.
Sam Olson, thank you so much.